Hey, yo, what's up? You know what it is? It's the one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. And I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple That God Speaks on in yo, RWBY Chibi Season 2, Episode 4. And we finna hop straight into it. Neptune's game. Now, for all my gamers out there, and I know the majority of y'all because it's a gaming-related video game channel, you've been in this situation before. Your eternal rival. Someone who always seems to be 2 steps ahead of you. That no matter how much you grind it out, it's never enough. And that's what our boy Neptune has gone through. It's like, yo, he been sitting up here for weeks getting owned up by this random guy or gal, whoever they may be, getting owned up. He's sitting there with Ren and Son and shit down there chilling like, hey, this time I'm going to get this fool. I'm going to get him. I'm going to murk him off the map. Doesn't go too well for our boy Neptune because he engages in this fight and procedurally gets his ass kicked, which is a shame. But it's like, I'm like, if you game, you know that feeling like when you know you should have win, but you take a L. I'm like, I felt your pain, Neptune. I felt your pain. I know what that pain is, and I know a lot of people know what that pain is too. So it's like, to see him take that L and watch his heart sink, and then him just sliding all the way down the couch for a thing. Oh, and then we find out it was Son owning him up the whole time. Because he was making all these illusions like, this dude knows what I'm doing before I'm doing it. Well, it's easy to know what you're doing before you're doing it when the dude sit next to you. It's like playing Tecmo Bowl and somebody looking at all your plays. It ain't fun. I'm like, honestly, I have been thinking about playing Tecmo Super Bowl on Sega Genesis. I'm like, I've had some times with that and OG Tecmo Bowl on the NES. You know what I'm saying? I've had some classic times. I'm like, just off subject, I have not really got the chance to really get into and play the recent re-release of Tecmo Bowl Kickoff that they released years ago on PSN and Xbox Live. I played a little bit of the demo, and it's saying that it's copied off the Super Nintendo game. Because I think it's Tecmo. I think that game is supposed to emulate Tecmo Super Bowl 3 without the NFL team. But that's another conversation for another day. Before we get into our second skit, the cutest thing happened. It was so cute. I'm like, it was Velvetina, and it was her intro, and she did a little bunny shake. Cute overload. Okay. But it was super adorable. It was adorable. It got me right here in the cockles of my non-existent heart, man. Just all up in here. It was just so she just did that little bunny wiggles. My heart melted. I'm still cleaning up bits of it off the floor. But regardless, our second scene of the day is Snaps, of course, beating our cute Velvet Scarlatina and RWBY. And Velvet is going to take a picture of our RWBY and her weapon, quote unquote here, because it's not really a weapon, or is it? I don't really know. Well, actually, I do know. This is just for comedic. But Velvet takes the picture, but what is produced isn't exactly what you think. Where was I? Because I had to pause it. Someone was making noise. But anyway, regardless, where were we? Oh, we were talking about the cutie McCute Velvet Scarlatina, RWBY, the crescent rose, and a picture of it. Because see, for real talk, you gotta get those snaps for the gram, baby. For the gram. Instagram straight flexing. Because I'm like, I don't know what you kids are into nowadays. I'm too old to pay attention or actually give a shit. But still, I'm like, let me see what. You got the gram. I'm like, y'all still Snapchat? Y'all still do that? Is that a thing? Like, I don't know. I'm like, somebody hit me up in the comments, let me know. But regardless of that, because we're going to get more into that in a minute, is where are my words at? There they go, right there. Let's see. Cutie McCute Velvet Scarlatina, RWBY, the crescent rose, a picture. Velvet takes a picture of RWBY. But then it's displayed as actually a picture of the crescent rose, and we take a look at a couple of different filters. You know, for the gram, of course. You know, see, I'm going with this gram joke. Just fuck with your boy here. It's like we got a classic little blue outline. Then we hit up some yellow, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For the summertime. And then some gray. And then one with googly eyes. And that was my favorite because it had googly eyes on it. It had googly eyes. Googly eyes. But then Velvet's like, yo, no filter. That's the way you should always see yourself, with no filter. Be you. There's a lesson in there somewhere. Learn it. Get them out of here. A final skit of the day, dad jokes. Because I surely shouldn't have said what the name of the skit was, but in order for it to be reviewed, I kind of have to. Because we start our scene with our fair Nora, and she's in a food coma. Like, we ain't talking about the itis, we talking like legit food coma, my guy. Legit food coma. Like, sitting up, she out. But then we learn what took her out. Waffles. Because, see, it's one thing. Waffles is one thing. You know, waffles, that's next level. Because pancakes, that's one thing. Pancakes, that's one thing. Waffles, that's next level. She ate her fill of waffles, and she just died. All of her friends surrounding her, you're like, Neptune, he's concerned, and all Yang can do here is make puns. All she can do is make puns that she ate too much. We get it. However, it gets worse. A new challenger appears. Taeyang's here, and he's come equipped with dad jokes. Something about he's grateful for the sidewalk so he doesn't have to walk in the street. See, dad jokes. Something about paper. Dad jokes. Dad jokes, dad jokes, dad jokes, dad jokes, dad jokes. Just dad jokes all over the place. The thing is that even though for years I've heard these jokes told, I'm like, I've never been around dads who've had those types of jokes at all. Well, you know what? I take that back. But then at the same time, I take that back, but we can't get into the reason why I take that back, but just say that I was around somebody at some point who did that, and, you know, I kind of get the skit now that I think about it in that type of hindsight. But it was a great and funny skit because it's like you got everybody taking Nora's food coma seriously. You got Yang pun after pun, and then Taeyang comes in and they kill it. I'm like, it's good to see Taeyang. I don't really know, like, it's like, if that's how they really gonna play it, if that's really how they gonna play his Chibi version, I really think they can do a lot with that, especially with interactions with RWBY and Yang at the same time and skits and stuff like that. It'll be interesting to really, 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 really see exactly what they do and how they do by adding this mix in. Cutie McCue, cute Velvet Scarletina just wiggles her little butt. Oh, cute! Okay. That's that. That is a review of this thing. It's called RWBY Chibi. Season 2, episode number 4. I'm the one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. I'd like to thank you for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks. And with that, I'll holler at you guys next time, man. Peace out.